Hi there. So I am speaking to mums who may have decided recently or even not so recently to exclusively pump because I can tell you that the reality is when I made that decision, I was very quickly overwhelmed by all of the not very unsexy things like thinking about coordinating, washing, sterilizing, all the things. So before I got the Mum Cozy bottle washer and sterilizer, I was my workflow was kind of I would be washing all of my pump parts multiple times a day to try and sterilize, and I was trying to do that all panicking in between pumps, hoping that it would be ready for the next pump. So you can probably tell it's kind of exhausting. And I know if you're watching this and you are also exclusively pumping, you probably have felt the same thing. And so I want to talk to you about the Mum Cozy dishwasher. Before I and I want to take you through the system as well that I have sort of cultivated as a result. But before I do that, I'll kind of just show it to you. It looks really good. To be honest, it's a little bit bigger than I expected, but I guess that's to be expected as well. I don't know why I thought it'd be any smaller than this because it's still quite compact in the scheme of things. But it has a lid. There's a top shelf which holds all of the smaller parts like the collars, like bottle collars, lids, things like that. I also put the nipple, like for my pump part, the sort of nipple flanges on here. And then inside, you can see that there are different compartments for bottles, for the pump part bottles. You can put the bottle nipples on these, but it actually fits surprisingly a lot. So even though it has 4 compartments, I would generally use it I have a Spectra pump. So I will put I'll use 2 of these for the bottles. I'll put another 2 bottles, and these you can also put bottles on there, but I'll also put the bigger flanges on there as well. And then on the back is where you put the water, and then all you would need in addition are the tablets, the detergent tablets. They just get dropped in. And then it's good to go. So it's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. Time-wise, there are different settings. So there's like a rapid setting that takes 19 minutes to wash. The rapid setting doesn't have the sterilizer function built in. You can add it though there. And then what they call storage is actually the drying function. And that generally is an hour, but depending on, I always I'll put something in there, I'll see if it's dry enough and I'll just turn it off. So you can run it for as long as you want, essentially. The normal function washes for 29 minutes. So I want to talk you through my workflow, the system that I use now that I have this, and it makes things so much easier. So basically, I pump every 4 hours, and my earliest pump, so I'll do 3:30 a.m., I'll do about 7:30 a.m., 11:30, etc. So after my 7:30 a.m. pump, I will actually then come and wash and sterilize everything. So I'll pull apart all my pump parts, put it in there. Any bottles as well that were used overnight, I'll put it in there as well. I'll turn it on and I'll let it go. I have a dog as well, so what I'll do is I'll turn it on and then I'll take him for a walk, and by the time we're back, I'll make breakfast, and then by the time breakfast is done, it's pretty much all done, and so I can just unpack it, put all the bottles away, and my pump parts are ready before my next pump at 11:30 a.m. Now, what I have done is then for 11:30, and then I'll pump at 2:30. In between those pumps, 3:30, not 2:30. I will actually just store my pump parts in the fridge, in a container in the fridge. And then what I will do is after my 7:30 pump, either my 3:30 or 7:30, depending on what I have planned during the day, I'll actually give it a good wash with soap and detergent, and then I'll put it back in here and just use the drying function. So just the storage function for maybe about 20 to 30 minutes, and then it's done. Like, it's super dry, and I've never seen anything look as clean as it does when it comes out. And then what I'll do is I'll basically put all the bottles in there that my babies use during the day. And so basically I would have used this machine 3 times in a day. Once in the morning to do a full wash of pump parts and bottles that we use overnight. Once in the kind of late afternoon, evening to do a full wash and sterilize of any bottles that we use during the day. And then I will use a third time just to dry like what I've hand washed for my pump parts. Now, the great thing about the system, if you know anything about these machines, is that they do use specific sort of detergent tablets. And so you can tell, these consumables aren't, the cheapest thing and to get all the time. So you don't want to be, well, for me, who's trying to be a little bit more efficient and budget conscious, I don't want to be using too many in a day. So I just use 2 a day, essentially, and that gets me through with really clean, sterilized, dried parts for the day. So that is actually my whole system, my daily system of washing bottles, pump parts, etc. So hopefully that was helpful. And honestly, it couldn't have happened without a machine like this. So I highly, highly recommend that you have a good look at this. It's been worth it, honestly, to be able to make my days so much easier and not drown in the panic of like, oh my gosh, do I have enough time to wash and sterilize these things in amongst all of my other bottles and things like that. So yeah, highly recommend. It looks great. It works great. The sound, it's not loud, so it's not going to wake baby up or anything. So yeah, hope this was helpful.